those listening, those on the chat, wherever you may be, my fellow panelists. I thank each and every one of you. Actually, it's really a shame, to be honest. I was quite, though I was held up in traffic because of the bad weather, very foggy. You can't even see where you're moving. But it's okay. Let me start from where Alabos left off. Alabo, that thing is laughable. Oh. I was even reading the article written by Ruth McLean, the person that wrote that article on New York Times. It's on the internet anyway. Ruth McLean. He
Okay,
wrote
Ruth
the article. He
McLean.
said, yes, he said he's a screwdriver. The screwdriver at okay, which market
Onitsha,
did she call
Onitsha
it?
Market.
Oh, he said, yeah, yeah, God bless you. He said the screwdriver, this thing at Onisha market. Nine, nine tell Trump. Said there's, say there's, what they call him? Said there's a Christian genocide in Nigeria. The thing is that sometimes, in a way, you may not really, when you hear certain news about Nigeria, or they put it out, you will know why. Because the idea is that an average Nigerian public, they don't tell us. Nobody cares to cross check anything. And nobody remembers. What happened today, by next week, nobody can remember that there was a time. Christian genocide, please, let's just go through it. Once upon a time, there lived a man called Dr. Obediah Melafia. He had a PhD in economics from Oxford. He was the deputy governor of Central Bank. He's from Southern Kaduna. When the slaughtering was so much under El Rufai's government as Kaduna State, first time, I think that was 2015. The man, because in the north everybody speaks Hausa, it doesn't mean whether you're a Muslim or Christian. I mean, even we in the south, if you want to go up north, you have to learn how to speak. Hausa is widely spoken. So the man said they decided to visit the forest where these people are coming to attack them. Meanwhile, the guy is a Christian, Southern Kaduna Christian. I think he's from either Zonkwa or Kafanchan, somewhere. I can't put my finger on the exact place he comes from, but he's Southern Kaduna Christian. He said when they went there, he said they were surprised. These are Fulani they've been living since over 120, 50 years, going to each other's house. He said, what happened now? He found out that those people were imported, that it is the governor. They told them that is the one of the governor in the north is their commandant. This was what I mean. Certain things. The man came out and said it openly. He said they are the people that brought it. Remember, they brought this terror to remove Jonathan. As at 2010, 2011, we were living. They just brought the terror, brought them in, quartered them in Kaduna, some in Ekiti State. I remember some in Sokoto, Zamfara. There are 6 states. I think there's one in either in Gombe and Borno. But I will find out the state. There are 6. So the guy mentioned, say there's Christian genocide. He mentioned it, but it's late now. Then there's another man called Jonathan Asake. I've said this thing before. Jonathan Asake is the secretary of Sokapu, Southern Kaduna People's Union, SOKAPU. Jonathan Asake was the Labour Party gubernatorial candidate in 2023. He followed Be Obedient. The man addressed said they are being wiped out. There's a genocide against their people. That one apart. Then you move over to this man, David Jonajang of Plateau, former governor of Plateau State. These are people that mentioned genocide, Christian genocide. But then, now, because Buhari is in power, they went and lobbied Joe Biden. When Trump put Nigeria on CPC before, Joe Biden removed it. Because part of this administration, this thing that caused, in a way, this is how they had their bearing. Okay, that one don't finish. It then happened that the bishop of Makurdi diocese, Catholic bishop, was slaughtered. They have to bring out another one, appoint another one. All over Benue, they were even burning churches. Let me just use this one. A priest, a Catholic priest, was conducting mass. They just came there and then set the place on fire. I mean, this has happened now. Go to Zakibia, all those places. Then we started having refugee camp. Because the bishop of Makurdi Diocese died, the current one now went to United States. These are facts now. I don't come here to make conjecture. He was addressing, Trump was listening. They were saying it. He said, look at genocide. They are being massacred. In fact, there's a chap who is even still there, granting interviews like a resident from Benue State, doing it. But Daniel Boala, because in Nigeria, everything, if you know Lincoln to Igbo, you never start. So the boy goes, hey, they do this thing. Okay, let us even assume, without conceding, that all these names I mentioned, Obadiah Melafia, Jonathan Asake, Idris Pogu, there's another one called Idris Pogu, is also obedient. They were granting interviews saying it. Okay, let's assume that these people, they didn't even say anything. It was that screwdriver chap at Onisha. Nine Tokam said there's Christian genocide. You see, as Trump we have it, America we have it. America now assembled their politicians, legislators, say go on a fact-finding. Before he struck, that was in November, early November, he said go on a fact-finding. These things they are talking, go and find out. They went. Tinubu or Nigerian government are afraid, like P2B said, to visit refugee camp. But the American legislators from America came to visit refugee camp. They went there, they saw for themselves. I mean, we saw all these things. So it's like I'm repeating, I'm talking like a broken record. We saw all these things, but I'm laying a foundation. We had all these things. They went to the traditional ruler, the third thief, the leader, the king of all the thief people, home and abroad. In his palace, the man exposed everything to them. They went to the Catholic diocese in Makurdi everywhere, collaborated evidence. The man said when they go, they will now file it, Riley Moore. And they went, I said it here, what he said, it was on CNN. He said Nigeria, the way it is now, is not fit to be a country. He said they were shocked what they saw. By his own admission, more than 600,000 people are in refugee camp. You can imagine when National Theatre in Sulere or Abuja is playing, they say this national 100,000 capacity. You see the crowd there, they times it by 6 in a refugee camp. For more than 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 years, they've been living there. No health care, nothing. I mean, you where they live for waiting they call them Banana Island or Ikoyi, or are you sure of health care? Not talk of refugee. You see, it was based on the evidence these people brought back that made it on 25th December, America struck. Now, what are they calling screwdriver chap again? Because he's Igbo. You see him? So even if screwdriver son go or seller go concoct to 1 billion saying that this thing, give Trump. Trump sent to America, go and investigate. If he had acted immediately, they say, but he went and then saw. Look, why can't people even say, okay, why didn't Tinubu as president even spoke to Nigerians? Let them make an announcement that, oh, something happened in Nigeria, yet they are sponsoring, release 9 billion. I won't say on 9 billion because everybody knows what 9 billion can do. I mean, $9 million can do. Now they have to go and hire a journalist to go and write an opinion article on New York Times.
Dr. CM, why not even the Nigerian intelligence community bring it out in Nigeria for the past whatever months?
I don't know. You see, that's why sometimes, they said, what in their column, according to Rafa Benitez, who managed the Liverpool and Chelsea and Newcastle. He said in Spain, they said, if it is white and it's a liquid and it is inside a bottle, it must be milk. You see, that's why they tailor it. All this is just to satisfy those people that are Igbophobia. Look at what they put that. No, Nisha. So, which means, okay, even if that, but didn't you say that America sent people come and investigate, and they have ambassador here? Remember, what is the name? Netanyahu also mentioned it. Israeli Mossad are in Nigeria. Why can't they say it? They just want to. You see, this is the pogrom. That's why sometimes, which leads me to this question where they asked today. This is the pogrom. This is the way narrative start. Thank God everybody can bear this out. America sent their legislators. Go and find out. They arrived in Nigeria, went round, interviewed the talkative, and the man said what they told them. They gathered evidence and presented to Trump. Yet they are still looking for somebody selling screwdriver.
As they talk, make me remember there is this one show, reality TV show that they do for America. Then they call them most foolish criminals. This one, they're foolish. You know, they open, you go steal, you leave all the footprint on the floor, thinking that you will not be caught. They are so stupid. You know,
nah, they didn't surprise. You know, let me tell you, assuming America didn't send anything, advance party, to go and find out. And the guy said it in Nigeria that they will find their report and give it to the commander-in-chief. It was based on that America acted. Because this is not their own person. Remember, America has ambassador in Nigeria. So why is it that because he must sweet, he must be Igbo, they go and go Onisha, no Onisha, the way they say screwdriver. Why not
Benin man? Why not man from Port Harcourt?
No, you don't.
Why not man from Christina?
No.
Or from Osogbo?
No, you know go
why
sweet.
Why you say a man from Onitsha?
That's why they say screwdriver. Just to, you know they say na trade and I'm full on Onisha. They don't know that there are sons, people will be senior advocates practicing in Onisha. Professors are there, professors of law that are son, just like Professor Zekome that are his son. So this is they just put they say screwdriver. No be say he get industry. Now screwdriver in they sell screwdriver. Now in they sell. They go say look at this illiterate. The guy they are trying to refer to is a lawyer.
They say finish school for Open University, National Open University.
The guy studied law. Call to Nigerian bar. What else do you want? What else do you want? People go to any law school you like in the world, law faculty. You come back to Nigeria, it doesn't matter. You have to go through the law school. In the moment you go through the law school and become BL, you are equal to anybody that studied anywhere. So they just go and use them. They say screwdriver. So what of the American intelligence, the one they sent? What of Mossad that detected Tangawa or something? One local government in Sokoto. Now there be their headquarters. People were thinking is Boruno. Why can't they incriminate Mossad?
Now the screwdriver man. Now the screwdriver man.
Igbo man. Now you not really put everybody go say, you see this? You see, Nigerians are illiterate. But Trump sent people say go and investigate this. They came back and even give a more damning report. We all saw it. Riley, okay, do you know that since America bombed, they're still buying people? They don't even fear. There's some people that will say, since America is not taking, people are still being pied in Nigeria today. Okay, those refugee camp has he gone? You see, let me say it. This is the way pogrom, because I've read a lot of books on Biafran pogrom that led to it. This is the way pogrom starts. If not that, maybe the way it can restrain because the interpretation now they go say, you see, now there's Igbo people, now then go tell Trump, you see, if not America, you see people demarketing Nigeria. But Trump sent people, go and find out for me. And they went and came back and gave him a report. So based on this, my people, the Nigeria I will vote for. Please, if I say divide, people go fear. I want my Igbo people, make them go. Others on a feed they do in Nigeria, JJ. To be honest with you, because this is so, the evil, the wickedness is so bad. I don't care, because if you say divide, I don't want, because some people go enjoy, make them day. Onigo Tite, who is Uroboman, the one of the best professors of sociology at Ibadan. He said Nigeria has over 300 ethnic groups. Let one person just go. Let one go. They will go get about 200 or 300 and something. Make them day. Because why is it that something happened? They could just rigora, rohi, go nail them. See what they are writing. In a world, in New York Times, so not NTA Nigeria, New York Times of the whole world.
Because they want
They go there,
credibility.
go put an they say that new screwdriver seller at Onisha. Now ain't go there. So now ain't they, so American intelligence, they don't get sense. Even Mossad, they don't know anything.
Dr. Sen, see, New
Ah.
York Times, New York Times or no New York Times, this is demeaning and disgraceful to that organization. They just gone so low.
Ah,
You telling me
it's
that
true
they have-
now.
This is what
You see, Jonathan.
desperation
You see, Jonathan. Please, Jonathan. I know the way you spoken before. Just when you sleep, when you on your quiet moment, reflect. Said I didn't witness pogrom 66 before it started. And they hear said there's slaughter. You can imagine the media then, where there's no social media. It's only BBC. It's only BBC is the world people that now with all this social media, even when Trump sent well, if Riley Moore read that thing, where he go laugh. When they came, they went to Tortiv, the palace. He told them what is happening. They went to the refugee camp that Peter Obi said Nigerian government officials that they're afraid to go, they don't go. The day Tinubu wanted to go, they say, Ren, you can't use helicopter to fly there to go and see them. But Peter Obi goes there and give them food stuff. With all those evidence, they still they look for a screwdriver seller in Onisha. You see the wickedness? You see the wickedness. What of Mossad that is in Nigeria since November? Combing everywhere. They don't know. Are they saying they don't know? And who is denying? Mossad is in Nigeria. Do you know why? When Israel finished finished Iran because of their nuclear this thing they are doing, they were they were using their drone, scattered everything. Netanyahu used his mouth to say Boko Haram is a satellite of Hamas, that they will attack them anywhere they are. That is what brought their attention into Nigeria. I can't come here to come and make conjecture. All these things are people, if you open your ears, you go to hear them. That's why Mossad came in. Because anywhere they want to finish Hamas, and this Hamas get like El Muhajirun, El Shebab in Somalia. That's why you now see that Somaliland has been carved out of Somalia, and Israel recognized that side. The capital is Hargeisa. The capital of Somalia is Mogadishu. So there's an area in Somalia. They've carved it out as Somaliland. With independence, Israel recognized them not quite long ago. They will not, because they want to really anything Hamas, and they link it to Boko Haram in Nigeria. That's why they're in Nigeria combing, and people are still looking for screwdriver seller to go and pin it on because it's Igbo. Oh God. You see, look, Ondibo should find a way and leave Nigeria. It's not because I hate anybody. We must leave. Because this is so bad. This is so bad. If you ask anybody from Benue, they're even happy that America is coming to rescue them. All of us, I say, look, deal with anybody. I don't care anywhere they are in Nigeria. Deal with them. 25th, from 25th to January 1, 1st of January is 1 week. To 8 is 2 weeks. To 15 is 3 weeks. So 3 weeks later, less than a month, article appeared on New York Times saying a screwdriver seller because they released $9 million. The woman, the Ruth McLean, got her own. Then go and put article. Now the screwdriver seller, now in they control Trump, now in they tell American intelligence, CIA them, they don't know what is happening. You see, this hatred is too much. I'm glad this one, at least I can relate to this. This is now my own evidence. I don't believe in history anymore. This is evidence, and this is what they want to do. Now they want to set Ndibo up for final solution. That is the meaning of all this. Who told them? How can? America is convinced with the evidence they received. Ralimon spoke, has filed the report, Tortif addressed them. They went to refugee camp, they saw it. The Catholic Bishop of Makode, thank God, if to say a bishop will come from Onisha now, or maybe will come from Enugu, then go say Igbo. This one are TV people of bishop of those people. Now, in fact, there is a lawyer. He's there. He's still in America. He studied in UK, but he's studying another one in America. He said he's the person briefing them The other day I saw, because this is when I see it, I just look at it and go, because I already know where it is going. Now all they want to do is to come and turn everything around a screwdriver. Now everybody they carry since 2 days ago or yesterday everywhere.
Say when Donald Trump declared Nigeria a country of particular concern, few days after that, say Daniel Bwala was the first person to quote this report they said they used.
He said yes, so
Daniel Bwala is the one who coordinated with this New York Times guy. He's supplying him all the materials. In fact, just for him to write. So we know all the games. We know how it works.
You see, this is the way it is. So thank God, at least everybody can bear witness to this. This is the way it is. That's why sometimes when I look at all these things, I wanted P2B to take over and then repair Nigeria 4 years. You left and then you go, so that the youth, people can see people that have not gotten opportunity of going abroad can at least witness what is called good government. Even if it's for 1 month. Even if it's for 1 month. I remember I was somewhere, somebody said, when you talk of leadership in Nigeria, governorship, you mentioned Jakonde of Lagos State. I clap for the person. I say, I lived in Lagos. Jakonde is not Igbo, but you can compare P2B, his lifestyle, and LKJ. Jakonde was out. And there's nobody who dare Lagos when they go praise Lateef Jakonde. One car, Toyota Crown, na him being owned. In house for Ilukpeju, na there he get. Nothing more. You go wear Iro and Boba, that's all. Na him been dressing. And he worked for Lagos. So these are the type of leaders. So people will see and go say, Lateef Jakonde. So this is the type of something we want to revert to. Is that now people are coming to come and rub this in again? To start a pogrom we don't end before. Now so he go start. Please, jelly, may the line Igbo go. We know we will lose. Because this thing is so bad. To go and tarnish people something, screwdriver. When they're talking of genocide for a long time, what did the Catholic priest, the people of Benue talk them? Are they not saying it's genocide? Can't you see them in our eyes everywhere? People are saying it's genocide. Are they denying it? But now the screwdriver seller, now he way on it, and they want put everything on head for. Because he's Igbo man, therefore then go say you see him, then go turn the opinion of Nigerians against Igbo. The earlier we get out, the better. To be honest with you, this is unbecoming. It cannot be taken anymore. Every 50 years, so they want to prepare us for slaughter again. Like this? I'm really ashamed. Look at what people wrote in New York Times, of everywhere, to go and put this thing. Even after America has sent delegation, thank you. Even after America has sent a delegation on fact finding, go there and find out. Let us know which is which. They even put a more damning report. To they send the man, if to say na Igbo man say Nigeria, they say talk. But the man said the way Nigeria is now is not fit to be a country. And then because they are hearing of partition this, partition that, divide this, everybody is panicking. They want to put it on the head of Ndi Igbo now. Then we will be defending what is really not in our place. We are not having Christian genocide in the southeast, even anywhere in the south. We don't. It's in the middle belt. Who doesn't know it? Is there Christian genocide in the whole of South Nigeria? Edo Delta, Bayelsa Rivers, Akwa Ibom Cross River. Is there any Christian genocide there? Is there any Christian genocide there from Lagos to Ogun, to Ondo, Ekiti, Osun, and the other state? When we say something like this, people may tend to misunderstand it. You see, my pain in all these things is that why is it that when America came to conduct independent investigation of all the things they had, they still find a way to dump that one by the side. What if Riley Moore, they said based on what they found out, there is nothing like a genocide. There is no refugee camp. They spoke to the traditional ruler of Tiv people. He denied everything. He said, no, they're okay. What would have happened? But this, a big country like America, a superpower, sent a delegation. They came to Nigeria, stayed not 1 day, not 2 days. I think they stayed for days, moving around. He talked to people. got photographs, did videos that they are going to back up to show. Mossad is in Nigeria, Israeli secret agent are in Nigeria. They know where all these things are. And yet people will set it aside and still be look for one screwdriver Pekin where they sell something for Nisha. Say Naim Bringham. You see? All these things. When the people say demarket Nigeria, do you know that I still say it? I know that the other day when I mentioned President Jonathan's regime, most people tell me that, oh no, Jonathan is really not. I say, well, there's a difference between two evils. I still believe that was when we stopped having civilian regime. Why should you go and import terror into your own country because you want to remove a president? People don't want to go to the root cause of insecurity we have in Nigeria. Why should you deliberately go and import terror? Camp them in different places so that if you know where, make the thing come down. Do you love Nigeria? And they are talking of demarketing Nigeria. Do you love Nigeria? When you have ISIS, ISWAP, Boko Haram, Miyetti Yala, Achad, Lakurawa, and there's others, say I can't remember. When you have them, are you not demarketing Nigeria? Is it the chap where they say screwdriver in Onisha? Is I bring Lakurawa come? You see, people is there sometimes anyway where if Nigerians don't want to listen and then use their number-6 and then people will be dribbling them. It's up to them. You are not demarketing Nigeria, but you brought terror into your own country because you want to rule. Deliberately you brought terror. And here when there's one point talk, they say, no, Nigeria is this. Nigeria cannot be. To be honest, only that when you say Nigeria divide, people go. I mean, I know they talk, but me if na me one leave, please make I leave. Anybody, my position is Nigeria is made up of different nations. Nobody can be a minority in his own land. That's why I don't mention the word. I don't refer to anybody as minority. Even if you are a population only 2, this one day 1 million, it no matter. No, so far you are in your father indigenous land. You can never be whether that indigenous land is part of America or part of Japan. So far that area where you occupy, say, now here be my indigenous land, and everybody respect you for that. You can never be a minority. Nobody can be a minority in his own land. So that's why I don't use it. Now they talk now and say, look, anybody, if you feel you don't want, please exit. That will be the thing, because all these things we are just trying to patch, different ideology, different way of reasoning. You want something, people want something to be good. You are building. Some people are at the other place, even trying to tear the thing down that you want to put up. What does it mean? Your effort is in vain. Your effort is in vain. We can't coexist very well. So why should we be wasting each other's time? Why? Nobody is a minority. Those people you call minority. Jonathan, you may wish to know this. Yesterday, I discovered that the almighty Singapore, they give example. I don't know, say na 6.something million. 9 Singapore there.
The population.
Singapore. Population. I was shocked. I didn't know that Singapore is about 730 something square meters. You don't even reach 1,000.
Yes, now.
Lagos
the whole of
State,
Singapore, no reach Lagos.
It's like 1/4, 1/4 of Lagos in landmass.
Yes,
be the Singapore.
Yes,
be the Singapore where then they rate a first world country like America and Japan. I was shocked. Now their population, I know say they're a small country. 6 points.
I've been to that country twice. Singapore.
Oh,
very, very
you've been there?
Country. I've been to Singapore twice.
I beg Nako story now.
Hey? Yes.
So many nations in Nigeria are more than 6.1 million now, and get land they pass them. Lagos is the smallest state in Nigeria, yet Lagos is like 4 times the size of Singapore. Yet Lagos is not a country, but Singapore is even. Look at where they rate them. And people go tell me, say we have to convert like this.
When they mention one location for you there, they say that place is very far. There's this place, you want to go to the beach, to the beach, and they said it's very far. And then we began the journey. It was about 52 minute drive, and he says that is the farthest you can drive in Singapore. If you drive 52 minutes, it's like, like the almost the end to end 52 minutes in Singapore. So that's how small that place is. That 52 minutes is like, it's a stretch, no traffic at all, like you're on an express road. People who have been to Singapore will know, the place that I'm talking about, because because of their language, I may not be able to pronounce all the names of these places very well. But when you stretch it, that 52 minutes is like almost end to end of Singapore. The second one that you will see that is that far is when you are at the center of Singapore, the city center of Singapore, and then you are going to the airport, the international airport in Singapore. That will also take you about 30-minute drive. Those are the longest drive you can see within Singapore. The rest of it is just 30-minute drive.
30 minutes
but in
drive
Lagos,
is like within one local government in Nigeria.
Yes,
you never even reach it. Which one be local?
But that 52-minute drive.
Sometimes that 30 minutes drive where you go drive for that Singapore road. You know, you can compare Nigeria road though. Traffic,
no. You see that 52-minute drive, if you want to try it in Nigeria, it will take you 8 hours if you are lucky. That 52, because that's when I'm in those places. What was going on my head is that, why, if I'm in Nigeria, this distance, where in Nigeria you will get that free flow that you will just drive like that? Very rare. Very, very rare. Is that 52-minute drive is like you are going from Lagos to maybe to you will get to Ibadan. You will get to Oyo Road. It's like you are going to Oyo town. That's what
assuming they set and like quiz, I will be rating Singapore at least 100 to 200 million people. Because Asians, they big now. India, China, Indonesia, Pakistan, all these are up to 1,800 million, 200. Now, I go even put Indonesia, say maybe 100 and something million. No, say that 6 million people. Now organize their country with good seaport.
They can't get train. From Malaysia. You enter train. Now Malaysia, they big. You enter train from Malaysia to Singapore. You have a train network that you can use from Malaysia to Singapore, from Singapore to Malaysia. See, that train, after about 20 minutes of that train, you are out of Singapore as a country. The remaining 3 hours of that journey is within Malaysia before you get to Kuala Lumpur. So Singapore is a very, very small country. Once you enter that train going to Kuala Lumpur, the inside Singapore, again, it's just about very short. It's less than an hour that you still be finding yourself in Singapore. The remaining hours of that journey, you are already in Malaysia before you get to Kuala Lumpur. It's a very, very small. Singapore is a very small country, but very developed. Very, very developed. Because the places they call ghetto, where you will call ghetto in Singapore, it's just like, even in Western countries, where you will call Singapore ghetto, it's like you will still in their ghetto, you will still find 5-star hotel. Inside Singapore ghetto, where they will refer to as ghetto in Singapore, you will still find 5-star hotel.
What come make an ghetto now?
Yeah, the thing we make an ghetto be say, the thing we make an ghetto be say is where the old generation, you find a lot of older people, they are living there. All these old, you will still find this there, the way Chinese people build their houses and something similar to that. You will still find them there. But when you drive, take about 10-minute drive, 15-minute drive out of that place, then you're seeing all the skyscrapers. You are now in the city center. You'll be seeing all the skyscrapers. So even inside that area, you can't distinguish. You will still find 5-star hotel where they call their ghetto. in Singapore, and it is where they have their local markets. Or that's where even people from the city center will come there to buy all these their local food stuff, because at the city center they are Western. All these British people are there. You have all the supermarket and all the rebel. If you really want to enjoy Singapore, you want to eat the food, you want to buy the local food, you will come to that part of Singapore, and it is there. There is nothing you will not find there, and you can't call it. It's just like, for me, it's just like I can't call it a ghetto. That's just the thing. I can't call all those areas a ghetto. But in Singapore, they'll call it ghetto. If you go there, their currency is so strong. You think you want to go there, it's one. When you are there, sometimes some days, the money will be strong. It will be stronger than dollar, just fluctuating within that range. So you don't go there and think that maybe you are going to one cheap country. No. 10,000 is 10,000. Just mark it like that. $10,000 is 10,000 Singaporean dollar. It's just like that. So it's a very strong economy. And no nonsense.
6 million people built a civilization that America respects. You see, that's why sometimes, Jonathan, I always say it. Oyibo man will respect you if he feels that there are certain things you can do for yourself. I'm telling you, I live in England. They can give you the small respect to find out that at least you can help yourself. I remember when I was coming to UK, I went to British Embassy in those days at Victoria Island. I was trying to brag, say I'm going because Britain set up institutions like universities in Nigeria, and when they came to Nigeria, they said, look, it's even worse than, he told me, he said, it's even worse than the standard they set. Now I can chill and not talk again. I wanted to praise and say, after all, I say, try, you see, that is it, because we can manage. Now look at Singapore. Why can't they? Remember this Singapore, and be Lee Kuan Yew. If you read the book, he said, Lee Kuan Yew said that time people, they look like leprous. This thing, nobody want to hear anything about Singapore in 1965, 66, up to the 70s. But they have to sit down and then design their country. Now look at Japan can respect them. America, they give them regard.
What they had, in their mind when they are building that country, they didn't build Singapore for Singaporeans. They had in mind that this country is going to attract a lot of people, because when you look at the population and you go to places, infrastructure that they build there, they are massive. Go to the convention center there, you will see they didn't build it for the country. They know that the world is coming. It's massive convention center at the center of Singapore. Go to the cinema there, their theater there. They didn't build it like a small. It's gigantic, as if like everything is built, and they are making money out of it, truly for it, because people are pouring in there. They didn't build anything. They are very futuristic. They built everything with the mindset that people will be coming to this country, and true to it, people are flying to that country. Everything is big, because you would think that, it's not a big country after all. This place is too big. No, that convention center there. Yeah, that convention center there